Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan here. Basically, we are discussing on the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically, we talking about the India account. In this, businessman basically paid the amount basically that basically comes to expense basically, and the investment basically are also expense basically. So this basically you can add as a income also basically. Now basically government here basically we are discussing the India account. So one of the person told that businessmen basically whatever things basically they do the expense basically they need the money also. So India have to pay the money also back to the businessmen. That are businessmen basically everybody knows who are businessmen basically and their own governments are basically there basically you can say their employees basically are their own governments. That because they have full power. The Tata Group, the Reliance Group, they basic their employee basically have full power basically. Why? Because they are paying the money to the India basically, India account. So they have given full power to their employees basically. They have given full power to their employees. So in this, one person told that you have to pay the money also back. So from 18 percentage, the public basically which public has given the money, that percentage basically little bit percentage basically they give to the businessman basically in the form of long term money back. So that basically money is given. So that is basically expense. Then basically the income basically. Here basically we have taken the example of cricket also in this 100 building. That was income actually. That is income basically. So now basically things basically. One of the person told that banks creation, whatever bank basically, government, private, whatever. Banks creations are expense. Public do the investment in banks that are income for the accounts, but they have to pay money back also basically. So that is basically currently it's income basically. So banks have to give the money back, or that time basically it will become expense basically. So then it comes to Bollywood creation. Bollywood somebody has created. Bollywood word actually. In Bollywood basically you can say it comes everything basically. Bollywood human souls from Sholay movie 1 crore people basically has created. So that all are expense basically. Then Bollywood got activated and they basically started telling that basically by 1 lakh we know basically 1 crore people basically are there, but they are basically doing the investment also. So from Bollywood basically they are telling that basically we our side from our side basically we are getting the business also, business from Bollywood groups, Bollywoods. So basically they clear it that basically income has got from the Bollywood side only, because in India account basically everything is getting maintained basically. That's why. In India account everything is getting maintained. That's why. In India account basically everything is getting maintained. So this is expense. This actually you can say debit, credit, or whatever credit, credit, whatever in banking format. Here basically we are not going to banking, not going to accounting side basically. It's simple profit, income, loss, expense basically. Then basically it comes to GST basically you can add as a income also basically. GST you can add as a income also basically. Then one of the person told that what comes to income basically. Then the city creations basically, cities creations, that comes to expense basically, that comes to expense. City creation basically that are done from banking side basically. So Here basically they use is public money only basically. Public money only basically. So city basically started doing the production. That is basically in the form of anything basically. They basically the businessmen started doing the business. Businessmen started doing the business. The public basically started staying in the houses. The houses creation started. So business tax basically comes into the picture. Business tax from businessmen. This is basically according to this only the budget are prepared basically. So budget basically who are basically into the finance department basically, they basically prepares budget according to this everything basically. And this basically everybody knows basically, because this connects to the data science project basically. Here basically one more data science project is going to create basically. And this mostly basically here in this topic only basically we have created one data science project basically. That basically does not exist. Businessmen basically give the tax, public do the investment, then the public do the expenses in the hospitals, public and business and public is if doing the expenses in a hospital, hospitals groups pay the money also basically. So that basically are all income of the city creation basically, which city is already created. So if you are creating anything, then basically the expenses are also basically supposed to be there. So this is also one of the income basically, and expenses are there. Then one of the person told that uh, these all are the India account basically. This all comes into the India account. India account. Like this basically, there are many India accounts basically. One of the person told that the city basically, sorry, the India country basically is safe basically. One of the person told that yes, India country is safe. Why India country is safe basically? So one of the person told that India country is safe. The reason is India is paying money to the World Bank. India pays money to the World Bank. This is expense. World Bank basically World Banks gives money in the form of business. That basically are what? The public of the India basically visits the, they basically gets the work permit, they basically do the job, they basically do the job in America, they do the job in Europe, they basically do the job in Saudi Arabia, they basically do the job in South Africa, they do the job in Kenya, they do the job in Somalia, they basically do the job in Italy, they basically do the job in Poland, they basically do the job in Germany. So that basically are given by World Bank basically. It's not basically coming automatically basically. India is paying the money to World Bank, in the way, in the return basically they gets the money basically. Now basically assume that basically India are not paying the money. India has not paid the money. Now but what are the things basically going to happen? This comes to city creation basically. This comes to cities to creation. So each and every cities are equal to India country. Each and every cities are equal to states basically. So one of the percentage, what is that basically? Then basically the tsunami, earthquakes, then floods, then the air tsunami. This all basically comes in the form of basically. In next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this topic.